Welcome back to CK2, the next season, where we are playing not as Conrad, but as Duke Hartman of Franconia. 39 years old, came into rulership a little bit later in life because his father died quite young, truth be told, but nonetheless came into a position a bit late in life. Already an experienced ruler, he ruled over the domains of Altenburg and Meissen for a little bit, not too long, but a little bit. He always wanted to become a chancellor, he never did under his father, so maybe the king will be kind enough to grant us that. So a lot of things are there to be organized. So firstly, we can choose our ambition, our focus. We don't have any right now, so I would make that dependent on what position maybe we get the chancellorship. Children are lacking a focus, so firstly our supposed heir, we will, I think, assign a guardian, which will be ourselves. We will take care of him personally. And I want to make him... what is my education? We are a fortune builder, so good at stewardship, theoretically. And what is my son? What is his natural inclination? I think also stewardship, so why not give him duty as a education for now? And my daughter here, I suppose for her a humility education shall do. We have an open council position, which is the steward. Let's just check everything here. My brother, he's liking me well enough. He's the chancellor, why not? We have an administrator, so we want to kind of probably my other brother give him a position. So marshal could be, with 13 is barely good enough. Steward, there are better candidates. Yeah, probably there are better candidates, let's say it. Yeah, for that, he is in seclusion. Werle, my uncle. My uncle is one of the old guard, so I think I would trust him. I think that's a good candidate, and we will send him to Italy to spy, to get away from the plague that is in northern Germany anyway. Court chaplain, we have a better one, the Bishop of Lorsch. And he shall research cultural tech here. And the steward shall give us some money. The marshal, here I will nominate my brother. Even though he's not the most talented for the position, it will be a good fit for us. We also need to nominate a successor. Of course, I think it makes sense that it should be our son. I think in the beginning, potentially people might not want to vote for him because he's a bit too young. But I want to give them the right direction, that they should vote for him. And then we have a claim that can be cast. And what do you have? You have a kind, tempered man. A little bit deceitful. Gregory is a bit more outgoing, other than his father, who was shy. So we have a wife who is a lunatic, has the great pox, just ambitious woman. So maybe she's whispering in his ear to also do a little bit ambition. She's also proud and has a hard diet. Trying to get back in shape. Maybe after having born 5 children, that's understandable and forgivable for sure. We can set a crown focus. Why is it not set? Because we probably were rulers in a different domain first. So certainly we will set the crown focus here in Würzburg. Then let's check our retinue stuff. That's all pretty normal. Recovering still from the wars that we had recently. We can give a pardon to this individual. And yeah, we need to give up some of our domain. Unless we kind of switch to become a steward. So let's just leave it running for a second, see if we are invited to become killing Popo the monster. Do I have any objections to him? No, I think not. Thank you. No, thank you. Don't want to get involved in that type of court intrigue here right now. He wants me to become the steward. That is an acceptable position. Thank you very much. Then, now that we are the steward, of course, it would make sense to focus on stewardship. It's our calling. So, rulership or business? I think business makes sense for us right now. We already were here in Meissen building up some of the towns and stuff. It was definitely something that we did before, and we can still hold. We can hold one more domain because of that. So becoming King of Germany, I think, not our first ambition. Acquiring a title, yes. Building a war chest, I think, is always good. It's pretty easy to reach, I think. 500 gold for a duchy. I think we're almost there, so let's just quickly do that. I think it takes like 1 month, I think. Yeah. Why not? We can give away one, and we have a brother that has no land. So he is our brother. He is promised by our father the land from the Stahlek family. They have born another daughter. So I think he's been waiting around for a long time, and we have this beautiful castle here in Altenburg. Bit not really built up, but I think it's inappropriate for my brother to hold this, so I would grant it to him with the understanding that he might also get the Stahlek territory later on, potentially. I don't have a bad relation with my brother, and I definitely want him to see, to become a ruler in his own right. Perhaps he could become a spy master later on as well, once my uncle has passed away, for example. We have negative prestige, so prestige is an issue for us. Seemingly we didn't earn a lot of prestige in our rulership. We can nominate a successor here in Germany. So I think going with Duke Ehrenfried, or who is called. What are you the Duke of? Duke of Saxony. Duke of Saxony. Yeah, we'll just go with the majority here. Build the war chest is fulfilled. Great. Then, acquiring a title I think makes sense. Acquire more lands. We want to consolidate a few things. So our brother is still here in Württemberg to try to get us a claim. We also did not inherit our claim to Ulm. So I'm sat next to Count Mikolash at the dinner when he tells me the family of pagans which were attacked by the capital, Bütow. Nothing angers me more than people are prosecuted. I think it's like the zeitgeist of the time to be a bit more open to paganism, because even our king is sympathetic to pagans. My father was as well. So I do feel for the pagans. I think there's this romanticization of like the what do you call it, like the innocent natives of the region, kind of like the innocent pagans. Let's romanticize them a little bit, and it seems like we can build up quite a bit here in Schweinfurt again, our capital, which is great to see, and building up in Nuremberg as well, the training grounds. And here we have again the legend of the Slavic faith. Somebody is distributing this literature quite aggressively. I shall, because we already played through it, say that we will not do that. We will not be reading it. We're not the reading type of character. Our father was a reading character. We're not. We are an administrator. We love numbers. We don't like words. Let's say it like that. So part of our domain, what should be part of our domain, is Mainz. We lost it. And Saas, which has become under the rulership of Hessen a while ago, and should also be theoretically under our domain. So those are territories that we would like to reclaim. Of course, Württemberg and Ulm were ambitions that loosely were within our family's ambition. So perhaps we have some vague idea that we might want them. But I would like to move my brother's attention to Mainz particularly, since that's a very important territory that we lost. It's currently still in the family, essentially, but it's due to be inherited by the Schwabians. It's like makes no sense. It should be under our control, certainly. We see the logic in that. It's been with our control for centuries. Not centuries, but years. Several years. Being such an institution, industrious ruler, you have not gone unnoticed by the population of Nuremberg. By paying the country elders a personal visit, they would surely be inspired and the peasants would feel particularly appreciated. A small donation will also go a long way. Of course, we will increase the prosperity in Nuremberg. Why not? That makes sense. It's a trading town. We love the trade that flows through here, through the center of the German Empire. How we are doing with money? 17 income. Very nice, very nice. And I think I will hold a sort of feast. Oh, Waldensian in Hadeln. That is too bad. No idea where that is, but prestige needs to be greater to hold a feast. The month needs to be August. Okay. Seems like we're not doing a feast right now then. 100 prestige to throw a feast, otherwise nobody knows me, I suppose. Is that what it is? So Dresden could use a bit more upgrade still. Morale of armies. Yes, please. My courtier, Alexandra, my father's, I think, concubine. Not sure. Is she? No, I think not. Has carefully approached me about her orthodox beliefs, trying to convert me to her way of worship. Why is everybody wanting to convey me to become a different type of Christian? I don't think I have like a strong incentive. I mean, I'm not super morally grounded like in religion. I mean, like I'm just Catholic by default. But I don't think I would become like Orthodox for no reason. She's not even like a friend or anything. She's just like a person who hangs around my court. Like, no thanks. But I also don't know if I wouldn't arrest her. Just say like, no thanks. Weird woman. Don't try to convert me in my old age. Friedrich, my son. He shall become a struggling ruler. Alright, Lollard revolt. Let them try their luck. I think the monster will put them down. Oh, the Stalex have finally... Well, I say died out. They haven't really died out. Their daughters here. Let's see if we can find a... Well, she's pretty old. But we have here a cousin, a bastard. He would be a good fit. I mean, he can marry this woman to take care of her. The bastard has no other lot in life, I think. So let's take care of the Stalex. They were loyal to our family for a long time. It's a shame that they died out. The youngest one, we should also find a suitable match for her. Somebody like the courtier here. Well, it's a bit too distant. I think something more appropriate would be something German. Yeah, Walter, the courtier in Metz. He shall be convinced to marry her in time. Or I could have married one of my own children, I suppose, would be also more appropriate maybe. But that's okay. So that, so where did my connection go? My brother's wife, the father. So the children are married off. Maybe they are surviving Stalex. Maybe they are. Probably they are somewhere. A male Stalek, maybe there is. I'm not so sure. They're all different dynasty now. Yeah, it looks like the Stalex died out, actually. But as I said, I will honor my father's wish. And my brother, who is already managing Altenburg here, he shall also be give the barony of Stalex. The barony of Stalek here in Worms should also be his, and he should administer both of those baronies together with his wife. According to your marshal, Salian, the peasants of Meissen are having frequent troubles. My brother. Yeah, keep them safe. Keep them safe. He's also my brother was chased, but I see the results speak a different language. And his lover's pox wife, well, maybe it indicates something. Let's not talk about that though. Upgrade the stables here, and then Nuremberg will already be fully upgraded almost. Very nice, very nice. So we have the ability to claim something rather somewhere in the Byzantine Empire. I think not. As I said, the ambition is to go for mines, certainly, and then let's see. The assassins spread to Syria. Let them be. We're not really recovering here somehow, the retinue. I'm not sure why that is. I think it should recover. Accepting the gift reluctantly, or was my advice worth more? I'm a little bit deceitful. I think, yeah, let's be a bit greedy, but didn't turn out that way. Another Lollard revolt, but nothing my king could not handle, I think. But looks like, as I said, we are not really receiving reinforcements. The army is in friendly territory and will be reinforced by 0 troops. Interesting. Nominating a successor. Everybody's piling onto Saxony again. A different person from Saxony. I think we will go with the crowd. We want to just try to move them into foreign territory and then move back just to see if it resets that weirdness. No, you've been trying to kill him for like 30 years. So reading a book or taking out for falconry hunt. Yeah, falconry is definitely my thing. Breeding, no, we're not a reading character. Yes, this has brought me by a new diplomacy 1. Perfect. And another child needs a focus. Etiquette. And this one also? No, it was the same one. Another education focus. Too many children. And my wife is pregnant. We already have several children, of course. Do we have to worry about any of them soon? Maybe. So the chief of Crimea. Maybe the Duke of Barcelona would be a suitable match. I think so. Very well. And my young boy here. Is there any ruler woman? I'm a falconer, of course we are. There's no ruler woman per se, nothing that strikes the fancy immediately. Let's see if we can then find somebody more appropriate. Norse, German. It's genius German. Okay, yeah, a little bit older. Constanze. Hemma, another daughter. Excellent. Then the next born son, he's only 8. Probably a similar problem than with the first one that we find. Oh, Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manners of abuse, and the routes are not safe. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christi and the faithful, His Holiness Pope Sergius VI has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces, the signals of a new era of large-scale Christian holy wars, the Crusade. Dios Volt. Wow, that must be tremendous news. And to look at that for a second, our spy master died. That was my uncle. Let me just quickly look at that. Who should be? I mean, everybody's kind of happy. We could nominate him, but if everybody's happy, I will nominate the best person. Send him down here to Italy again. So my cousin here inherited. He would love to be in the council. It's just not good enough. My uncle died, yeah. And he inherited Werle and Pettau. These territories down here. They're distant in our realm, certainly. Not particularly relevant, but wow. Dio's Vault, wow. So the Byzantines are still strong, very strong, quite strong. And Egypt, very strong. The Seljuks, very strong. So to go against the infidels down here with 20k troops, the Byzantines very strong, but with only 8k troops, and yeah, the Central Powers here, Italy, Germany, maybe we have to support them. Maybe we have to reconquer the Holy Land. Schweinfurt requires more building up. Always the capital city first. Designated regions, we don't have one. Who should be? I think one of my brothers. The drunkard? No. I think Conrad. During the last year or so, your daughter, Richvera, has been spending a lot of time with the members of the local monastic order, and she wants to become a nun. She wants to dedicate herself to... Well, she's betrothed to the King of Barcelona, not Duke of Barcelona. I don't want to piss him off. Unfortunately, no, my daughter. You're already promised to another man. So what's going on here? You have an independent Merseburg and an independent Sirvisti. The Pomeranians, independent. How did that happen? Interesting development. I'm sure they can be brought back in with de jure claims by our liege. To the masterful Duke Hartmann. I'm Prince Bishop Secondo, steward of Duke Beltano. Your skill as a steward. Of course I will help you. That should be no worries. We have a lover. My wife. How romantic. How romantic. Vassal inheritance. Thuringia. Could fall to the nephew. Not sure what you mean by vassal inheritance. Is he a ruler of some sort? He is not, but he... I don't know. The faithful prepare for war. A messenger approaches us with a letter from the Vatican. From the Vicar of Christ himself. He's asking us to prepare our men to fight against the heathens and infidels, to restore Christendom to the lost places of the world. The Pope wants to send our faithful Christian men against Egypt. The region is held by the Mohammedan Sultan Azam of Egypt, and it is time to return to Christianity once more. Though the Pope wants to invade Egypt, a pious Christian would convince everyone to focus on another objective that is more value to us. A pious Christian could convince... What? That is blasphemy. The preparations begin. Indeed they do, and we will have, of course, to pledge ourselves. My beneficiary. So what can I do here? Contribute to the war chest. How much do I want to contribute? 240. Well, sure. Join. The Pope is your religious head? He is, my friend. The Pope is my religious head. Pope Clementius is my religious head. Sergius. Ah, we have a different Pope. We have a different Pope. We have the anti-Pope. That is so dreadful. I was getting so excited. Alright. Well, at least we spent a bit of money on it. Behind the king's back. But let's see about that next episode. Thank you for joining me. See you then. Bye bye.